Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing one of my favorite things, trying on some new bits from COS. I have a couple boxes here that I am really excited to open. They just got delivered, so I just decided to whip up the camera. I figured we could try these on together, and I have made a pretty solid sort of winter wardrobe update. I think I have 8 or 9 pieces maybe, a little bit of a mix, some festive pieces, some nice knitwear, some outerwear. So I think it's going to be a really solid update to my wardrobe. However, I will say I need to choose one or the other for some of these items, so I'd love your help on deciding what to keep. As always, I will have everything linked down below. I will also have my measurements if you find it helpful for referencing for your own sizing information. With that, shall we just get started? And let me start with a couple of pieces that I have already received. I have already tried these on. So first off, we have this beautiful dark green set. This is really dark green as well. I really fell for this color. Green is definitely one of my favorite colors anyways, but this is so dark. I feel like it's leaning, like I could style this as a neutral. It wouldn't be a problem to pair even with other colors. Like this feels really easy to style. I don't know why they're appearing so different in color in camera, because in real life they are very similar. So I'll try both of these on together. I bought them as a set. There is one thing about me that I cannot resist, it is a monochromatic set. So I have ordered 2 cashmere jumpers in this haul, and I feel like I need to decide on keeping one because they are fairly expensive. But I have really fallen in love with this one now, so that is a bit of a problem. This is from the men's section. This one is also made in the women's section, so it's a little bit shorter. And it looks like the color is pretty similar, if not the exact same, but that one is in wool. But I think it's like nearly a third of the price, something like that. So I was a bit between ordering which one do I get. However, the wool one was sold out, so I figured I'm gonna go for the cashmere. So that is that one. The trousers are from the women's section and they are just absolutely stunning. They are a wool blend. However, I think I, in my head, thought they were 100% wool because of the price, but they feel really nice. They're not scratchy whatsoever. So let me put both of these pieces on so you can have a better look at them. Okay, so here we have it on and I absolutely love this. Yes, it does need a couple tweaks. However, I feel like this one looks so expensive. Like I absolutely love this base. I feel like I'd want to live in it for all of winter essentially. If we start with the jumper, as I mentioned, this is from the men's section and the sleeves aren't actually too long. I love them a bit long on something this oversized as well. And you can see the length of the actual jumper. Obviously I don't have the wool version, the women's version to compare, so I can't say whether it's shorter or not. I feel like from the images it looked like it would be. I feel like maybe yes, I could have sized down to an extra small as well because it is so roomy. So maybe that is something I'll consider. Obviously, we also have the funnel neck, which I have a short neck anyways. Everything on me is essentially short. So I would probably just fold this one down a bit. Just a personal preference. But it's really nice and soft, obviously, because it is cashmere. But this is a bit more how I would wear it. So as you can tell, putting it on, I feel like it looks beautiful immediately, but just a couple tweaks like styling, and it just is absolute perfection. I love this jumper so much. And they also do this jumper in cashmere for women in different colors. I really wanted the green, but they do a beautiful burgundy that I also really want. Honestly, is there no end to the amount of cashmere I want? I feel like I can justify it living in Norway. It really adds to my wardrobe and I do wear it a ton. Anyways, shall we move on to the trousers? Absolutely stunning. Love. However, I will say, as is very often the case when it comes to COS trousers, the sizing is so big. I got these in a size UK 10, which tends to be my normal size, sometimes even a 12. And what's really great about COS trousers is that they have this elastic on the inside, so you can kind of adjust it, make it a little bit tighter, and I have done that on both sides, and it's still way too roomy. Either way, definitely size down in these. Apart from that, these trousers are so good. I love the lines of them, the way they flow, the way they hang, and they do feel warm but not like scratchy whatsoever, which wool trousers can sometimes do. This is just a beautiful twill super comfortable to have on, and it has that really nice weight to it. I just feel like this whole outfit looks so expensive as soon as I get it in the right sizes, obviously, but I absolutely love it. I would want to wear this on repeat. I am not afraid to repeat wear an outfit, so I feel like this is something I could wear weekly easily all throughout winter because I just love the monochromatic look. Anyways, shall we start opening some boxes? Shall we just go straight into the other cashmere jumper? And one thing I really love about COS is that they're really good about doing like certified cashmere. So there are lots of certifications when it comes to wool and cashmere, and this is GCS certified. You can read about it as well, but it's essentially a little bit better for the planet, for the herders, for the animals. This one I bought from the men's section, and I really wanted to buy the women's version of this jumper. This is the crew neck cashmere jumper, and this is the one that is, I would say, the most popular, the most viral out of the COS cashmere jumpers, because it very much resembles one from the Row, which I think is $1,300 more expensive or something. Like, it's a pretty reasonably priced alternative, and I ordered the men's one because the women's didn't come in a black, and I really wanted a black cashmere jumper. That's where I had the biggest gap in my wardrobe, so I felt like, okay, I'm gonna try the men's version. I think that is the longer one, again, as with the funnel neck here. The women's version looks like to be shorter. I'm sure it's a little bit smaller as well, but we're gonna try this one on and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love this one as well. I kind of felt like if I'm ordering 2 cashmere pieces, I have to choose one, because buying 2 of them at the same time is pretty expensive and it feels a bit much, but I figured it'd be easy to decide on one. But I absolutely love both of these. It is pretty oversized, but I'm not sure I actually need the size down because I like the way it's really slouchy. And here you can see how long it is. So it's essentially the same length as the sleeve, which does look like it's longer. So if you want the shorter version, they do a women's, but again, not in a black. I would probably just tuck in the waistband a little bit to make it a bit shorter, play around with it, but this one is absolutely stunning. I'm just going to pop on some jeans to see what it looks like because I really want styling versatility out of this. These are my favorite jeans. I wear them so much, so I know that if I'm going to have a jumper, I'm going to wear a ton as well. It needs to work with these jeans. So I'm not going to try on my entire wardrobe with this jumper, although it's a little bit tempting, but this video would be so long. This is like really important to me when I'm deciding whether I keep a piece or not. Like, how is it going to work with the rest of my wardrobe? So I do tend to kind of try it on with a couple different things just to make sure. I absolutely love them both. Oh my goodness, am I going to keep both of these? Anyways, shall we move on to some other pieces? I ordered both of these pieces because I want to wear them together. So if they don't work together, they're both going back. When I order something, I want it to work with lots of different things in my wardrobe, and I think they will, but this is sort of an outfit I am planning on wearing for one of the like holiday parties coming up. So first off, we have a velvet top. Looks a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. This looks a little bit like uninspired, hanging like this, but hopefully it will look a little bit better once it's on the body. And I got this in a size UK 10, and this was 79 euros. And one of my absolute favorite ways to love an outfit is to contrast textures. So we have this beautiful velvet, sort of like shiny matte, I like to call it. Like, it's a very odd, but very festive and beautiful texture. And I wanted to pair it with these satin trousers. Ooh, this is a really stretchy waistband. This is gonna be so comfortable. I got these also in a UK 10, and I think these are acetate, which I have trousers like this in silk that I absolutely love, but they are at least 2 or 3 times the price. So I figured, let me see if I can find something on more of a budget. So I'm just gonna double check. I saw these this summer, or in a different color or something, and I really loved the look of them. So let's just double check. Oh, well, that's not great. Okay, so I clearly did not check this before I ordered. These are in 100% polyester. Not loving that. Okay, I'm gonna try them on anyways. They're here, but I probably wouldn't have picked them up if I knew that. But Okay, of course I absolutely love this outfit. I can't zip it up in the back because I am alone at home and I need someone to like do the final journey of the zipper, the final part of it. But I absolutely love this outfit. I would 100% wear this for a holiday party. I love the way the top is just doing a lot more once it's on the body. Like you have a split on one side here to get that really asymmetric look to it, kind of ruching on this side, split here. I think it is such a beautiful top that feels really understated but really quite expensive at the same time. The trousers, this elastic, oh my goodness, this is so comfortable, especially if you're gonna go to a party, do a little bit of eating. This would be such a good outfit. I'm so angry that this is in polyester. I have a higher tolerance for sort of synthetic materials when it comes to occasion wear, but I would love to wear these trousers on a sort of more daily, regular basis as well. I am so unsure. The top here would look beautiful with some tailored trousers as well, with a skirt, with a mini skirt, a maxi skirt, like a really like a skirt with a lot of volume. Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm not gonna start styling. Calm down. The length of the trouser is really good as well. It's a little bit long on me, as you would hope with my height. I am 160 centimeters or 5'3", and I would say if I'm on my toes, if I wear a heel like this, they're sort of skimming the ground. But if you're a bit taller, obviously they're not going to be too short if you are a good 10 centimeters taller than me. The top is obviously a bit more festive, but the trousers could easily be dressed down with some knitwear. It'd work with the shirt that I had at the beginning, like really versatile. I'll have a think. Shall we open the last box? Let me just get it on a hanger so we can have a proper look at it. And I have already talked about this in at least one video where I said I had ordered it. I am so excited about this coat. It did say it was brown, but the photos made it look a little bit more, like a bit lighter, a bit more camely. But I actually like this color even better than what I saw online. It's not overly warm nor overly cool. So I feel like it's going to be quite easy to style with lots of different neutrals. And this is a double-faced wool coat. This is actually 2 layers of wool bolted together, so it's really nicely finished on the inside. It's a really sort of premium luxurious finish, and I just love the way a double-faced wool coat kind of drapes. It just moves so differently to a coat that has lining. So enough talk, let me try this one on. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is this coat? I love it. I love the way it moves. It also doesn't stick to the clothing on the inside, so it's fine for now, but obviously these are smoother materials as well. I'll try it on with some of my cotton shirts and some of my knitwear just to make sure. I always do that anyways when I try to buy a new coat, just to make sure that I can actually fit knitwear on underneath. The arm side, this portion here is fairly low, so you can fit some knitwear on underneath. The sleeve isn't overly wide, which makes it feel really elegant and not too oversized and slouchy. But there is definitely room to have knitwear on underneath. The only thing that's kind of ruining the illusion for me a little bit is the buttonhole here, but I think I can live with that. I think it is beautiful. As you can see on me, this coat is quite long, which sometimes tends to be a problem. I do love a long coat, but it can kind of overwhelm me a little bit because I am on the shorter side. I think this one is just on the edge of what works. Let me know what you think, but I can see why this coat is popular and why it is one of their best-selling pieces at the moment, because this is gorgeous. I think it looks way more expensive than what it was. The only thing I would kind of say as a negative about this coat is that it is 60% wool, but the other 40% are lyocell and not polyamide. So this is, although lyocell is sort of a semi-synthetic, it's a really breathable and much more environmentally friendly material than polyester. That is the only thing I wanted to mention, but honestly, look at the inside of this. It's finished so beautifully. And although I actually have a couple of other coats coming very shortly, because I wanted to try on and compare a little bit, I have to say this one is going to be very tough to beat. One thing I didn't try with this coat is to kind of wrap it all up, and I absolutely love this silhouette. It's not a super thick coat, but this is really going to help against like wind when it's really quite cold and you don't want an open neck that sounds really violent. You don't want a bare neck when it's windy and things like that. Obviously, as I said, because it is only 60% wool and it's not super thick and it's not lined, it's not going to be your absolute warmest coat. But I do feel like this is the coat that is filling the biggest wardrobe gap for me at the moment. I think it just looks so elevated and polished, and it's the kind of coat that I would love to wear with my absolute most basic pieces, because essentially your coat and your boot is the whole outfit most of the time, especially when you have a long coat like this. So if they're really, really great pieces, the outfit always just looks really elevated and beautiful. Anyways, moving on, I have ordered a handbag, and I actually ordered the larger version of this in the video I did where I tried to find my work tote, which I did, and I ordered the bigger version of this, which I didn't end up keeping because I felt like the size, something was just wrong about it for me. I love the look of it, but it just looked like I was carrying like a sack. Like, it just didn't really suit me. However, when I ordered that one, what I really fell for was the smaller version, which is this one. This is even cuter in real life. Obviously, I ordered this in the suede as well. And as with the bigger one, I love the silhouette of it. I think it looks like you have that bucket shape, but it just looks so elevated. So let me just try this one on. I'm gonna close it with a magnet. Actually, let me try this on with a coat. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so, so good. Okay, anyways, back to the handbag. Oh, this size is the right one for me. This is exactly what I want from this handbag. This might be my best COS haul ever. Like, every single thing is just hitting. What a beautiful handbag. It's so, so simple. If you're into that like really, really minimal style, I'm sure you're going to love this handbag. So the inside has a very light micro suede lining, so you're not going to have that black hole feeling of like losing your items. And again, that little pouch, which is useful for wallets and things like that. This one was 149 euros, and the bag is obviously leather. The handle here feels really thick. This is definitely reinforced with more leather. It feels like this is not going to be snapping anytime soon. It's a really, really nice and thick and sturdy strap. I kept thinking about this handbag ever since I made my work tote handbag video, and I figured I'd just order it and try, and my goodness, it is so, so adorable. So I also ordered some earrings. I have quite a few like pearl earrings from COS already. They're obviously not fine materials, but they do have some really, really cool styles. So these earrings right here, I'm gonna try them on in one ear. As you can see, it's kind of like, has an interesting shape like that. I wonder what it's going to look like in the actual ear. Like, this is how it's attached, like that. Okay, these were actually way easier to put on than I thought they were going to be. It wasn't a problem at all. I was a little bit worried when I first had a look at it, but I really love that they make such a statement. I think they work great even with the velvet top I have on right now, and I will definitely get some use out of them for the holidays. I love some really high impact, low cost jewelry, especially when it comes to more festive outfits. And they're also really not that heavy, which we absolutely love. I do love so much of their asymmetric like pearl detail jewelry, particularly their earrings. I do have quite a few of them, and I definitely will get use out of them for the holidays. However, I have one more piece, so shall we just try that one on? And the last piece is this merino wool little knit top here. It's just a simple everyday basic. These are the kinds of pieces that I get so much wear out of for the winter time, and this one is really nice. This actually has a French seam in the back. I did not expect that. I'm not entirely sure why it's seamed in the back, whereas in the back they obviously have a band to make sure it doesn't stretch, but that is a nicely finished seam. So this is in 100% merino wool. It was 49 euros, and it is like, I could see that online as well. It's like a little bit see-through. While I definitely do wear them on their own, I really love wearing them underneath other pieces. So even things like the shirt I had at the beginning, having this one underneath makes it so warm and cozy. Whether I layer outerwear like the coat or a blazer or even a cardigan on top of it, or some chunkier knitwear like the cashmere from before. These are just the kinds of pieces that get worn on repeat for winter, but I could have these in 10 different colors and get wear out of all of them. So let me try this one on and make sure it actually fits. So as you can see, this top, although it just looked really see-through, you could see the tag through it, I have a skin colored bra on underneath and you can't actually see that, so it's actually really quite functional. You can wear it on its own. The only thing is, like, it is a thin material, so up close, like, this actually looks worse in camera than it does in real life. But any sort of, like, if you have a bra with lots of like lace on it or something, you can probably see the texture through it. And as you can see, it also has these little holes, so it is quite a long sleeve. You can probably just scrunch up the end of it if you don't want to have it like on your hand, if you wear it underneath things for work and things like that. It's a really great and comfortable everyday basic, which I feel like COS is really good at doing as well. Like, I love their t-shirts, their long sleeves, so it was no surprise I would love this one as well. Definitely my best COS haul ever. Usually there are at least a couple pieces that I want to return, and I say this all the time, but I treat my haul sort of as like what I would grab from a store into it fitting room, because we don't have a COS store near where I live. So I always expect like not every piece to work out in a way. So please do let me know, what do you think is a keep here and what I should return. COS is also doing a 25% off in their Black Friday sales, so you can have a look there. I have ordered these because I didn't want things to sell out, but snagging these at a 25% discount is definitely going to help. Let me know what your favorite piece was, what you think I should return, what I should keep. Do I keep both of the cashmere jumpers? Decisions. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If you're not yet subscribed, you know, maybe consider doing so. It's free and it really helps me out, and there will be lots more videos like this coming. Either way, have a great rest of your day. Bye!